So after Storm Eowyn battered the northern half of the UK last week, today the focus for the wet and windy weather is across southern areas, with wet and windy weather today and tomorrow.
Storm Eowyn, because it began over there,
yes,
didn't it?
And with now, the cold plunge and the snow.
You're the expert on Storm Eowyn that they want to pick the brains of. Let's have a look at Laura.
We talked about the gusts of wind they had across the Republic of Ireland, 114 miles an hour. That was from a sting jet. Last week I said we may get one of those when air from the upper atmosphere comes all the way down to the surface and really ramps up. And so it was important for me to just tell them why we named the storm. And for anybody watching across the northern half, miles an hour. So we happen to be on the tail end of this wet and windy weather. And yes, there are warnings in force for the UK, but nothing as ferocious as that, and nothing as ferocious as Storm Eowyn on Friday. And on Friday, it was the northern half of the UK that were battered by Storm Eowyn. Just want to also point out another record that's likely to have been broken. We had a gust of wind of 100 miles an hour in Lanarkshire. That is the strongest gust of wind Lanarkshire has ever recorded. So many records broken. In the south today is the focus for our wet and windy weather, thanks to... Good morning to you. Wet and windy weather is set to move across southern areas of the UK today. We have weather warnings in force for southern areas of England and Wales for heavy rain and for strong winds all day today, lasting into tomorrow. It's all linked to an area of low pressure. This one, you may well hear to it being referred to today as Storm Hermine. That's actually been named by the Spanish Met Service. They're set to have torrential rain and strong winds in the south. Temperature-wise, we're looking at 6 to 9 degrees. That is pretty much where it should be for the time of year. But when you add in these gusty winds, it will certainly feel colder than that. So let's see how things pan out as we head through the next 7 days. Well, the Atlantic continues to bring weather fronts in as we head through the next few days, starting with low pressure. And temperature-wise, we look at where they should be for the time of year, and it sits around about average, turning a little milder as we head to the weekend across the northern half of the UK. Percentage chance of rainfall, we start the week, the working week, with wet weather, so Monday and Tuesday, heavy blustery showers. From the middle of the week onwards, the outlook is drier as high pressure moves in, and it's hit and miss with sunshine and showers as we head through the weekend. Fortune is further south for England and Wales as we head through the next 7 days. Again, temperature-wise, not really the talking point this week. They sit around about average. But percentage chance of rainfall, we start the week wet. We start with heavy blustery showers today and tomorrow. They start to ease later on Wednesday. But from Thursday onwards, low pressure moves away and high pressure brings a dry outlook. Good morning to you. Now, the weather today is set to be wet and windy across southern areas of the UK. An area of low pressure is approaching from the southwest, and we have warnings in force for wind and rain today across southern areas of the UK and mostly for southern England and for South Wales. It's because of this area of low pressure that's moving in. It's all spreadsheets and isobars for me. And I tell you, quite a deep low pressure coming in across the country today. And it's set to bring with it wet and windy conditions, this time across the southern half of the UK. Now, this is the area of low pressure in question, heading through the south of England and Wales. Worth bearing in mind, you may well hear that it's been a named storm. It's actually... Welcome back to Good Morning Britain. An area of low pressure is tracking across southern areas of the UK. It was named by the Spanish Met Service, said to bring ferocious conditions there, but not as bad as the conditions we saw on Friday. But it does mean it is wet and windy through southern areas with heavy blustery showers and some embedded thunderstorms. So this zone of showers moving through southern areas has thunderstorms within it. A lot of spray on this, particularly M4 motorway heading into London, which means very dangerous driving conditions. So just allow some extra time on your journey. But for all of us today, it's a story of sunshine and blustery showers.